When the Titanic sank, it plunged more than just passengers and a magnificent ship into the icy depths. It also submerged the world in a sea of legal questions that are still debated today. Who, if anyone, could be held responsible for the disaster? We know about the lawsuits against the White Star Line, but the legal wrangling went far beyond that, entering truly uncharted territory. One of the most bizarre yet fascinating questions that arose was this: who owns an iceberg? It sounds like a joke, but maritime law at the time had very little to say about natural moving hazards like icebergs. If a ship hits a stationary rock that's charted, the captain is usually at fault. But what about a massive, drifting chunk of ice in international waters? Could anyone be held liable for its actions? This question sparked some wild legal theories. Some argued that since the iceberg originated from Greenland, which was under Danish territory, perhaps Denmark held some responsibility. You can imagine how well that went over. It was, of course, a ridiculous stretch, but it shows how desperate people were to find someone, or something, to blame. This concept of iceberg liability forced a major rethink of maritime safety and law. The immediate aftermath led to the creation of the International Ice Patrol in 1914. This organization, operated by the US Coast Guard, was tasked with monitoring iceberg dangers in the North Atlantic and warning ships. In essence, the world collectively decided that instead of trying to assign ownership to a floating piece of ice, it was far more practical to create a system to avoid them altogether. The legal system couldn't sue nature, so it adapted. The focus shifted from blame to prevention. So, while you can't sue an iceberg or the country it floated away from, the Titanic's collision with one fundamentally changed how we approach safety at sea. It established the principle that the international maritime community has a shared responsibility to monitor and report natural hazards. The legacy of the Titanic isn't just a tragic story, it's a legal and practical revolution that made the seas safer for everyone that followed. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most profound changes come from asking the most unusual questions. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history.